Hello and welcome back to the next episode of the Aurora C# Let's Play series Uncut. In today's episode, we're going to continue where we last left off as we prepare to expand our empire, control more space, and deal with these dirty rahkas over here who are currently in control of Theta Fornasius. So far, everything is looking pretty good in the Empire, and we've been refitting, rearming, and preparing to move out, as well as sorting ground forces out and moving forces through Groombridge, and yeah, last episode we did finally secure that. But before we get straight into it, I do want to say progress on the next series is actually going well, and prologue should be up somewhat soon, hopefully, if I don't procrastinate. And also thank you guys for your support. It's been really amazing. And yeah, keep it up. It really shows me you want more of these videos, and I plan to keep making them every single day at the exact same time. Accordingly. If you guys weren't in the Discord, I did change the time of release for these videos to should be about 6:30 p.m. for you guys, or 6:30 p.m. BST, which you can then, of course, modify to your specific time zone. So, at the end of the episode, we actually finished disassembling the Albany class, and we got a load of research points. We got missile literature, all of this stuff, which is really nice. We got thousands. Now, I want to focus on getting our ground forces to a place that I'll feel comfortable with. I want to get enough infantry division, enough infantry regiments, enough forces so that we can begin to move over infantry divisions and regiments in a way that will allow us to basically secure ourselves what we need to secure. So we have a couple of infantry regiments here which we can move over. That'll give us 6 infantry regiments. We need 8. Yeah, we need 12 for a single marine division, a marine expeditionary force. So we're gonna need a lot more regiments, and we're gonna need to order that up. And we've got those regiments getting into construction right now. We also have logistics coming in here, and then we're actually going to put in an order for even more regiments to be constructed here. We've got a lot of stuff on the way that needs to be built and readied. In terms of our naval fleet, our naval capacity, we have the 3rd Carrier Strike Group practically ready to go. Yeah, it's got everything that it needs here. Everything should also be landed and ready. Let me just make sure that you guys are landed. Yes, you are. Everything is landed here. Which is fantastic news. The only thing we're missing is I would say, is going to be a 2nd Helios class. So, I believe we should have one of them at least standing around here. Helios. Yeah, we do. So we can then move that into the fleet. And that'll be a full carrier strike group ready to move out. So that is, how many tons? 240,000 tons total. We have, no, we need the cruisers, my bad. Yes, we're waiting on the cruisers, the Admiral. We got 2 of them available right now, so we'll move those in. And then we'll move the 2nd cruiser in, so that gives us a total tonnage of 270,000 tons. We're going to move these guys over to to guard another area, specifically 55 Boo. This is going to be my main priority here. But to do that, to get to 55 Boo, I'm going to need a lot more stuff in place there to allow maintenance capacity to be filled up correctly. We need to be able to maintain 270,000 tons, but we're not really able to do that. But we do have that 3rd Carrier Strike Group ready and available. So, with that said, let us actually start incrementing some stuff. I'm kind of just waiting for research to finish up here, ground units to be built, and then we can begin organization in a way to begin the invasion of the rahkas once more. Because I am very annoyed at the rahkas, and I want to deal with them accordingly. But what we have now gained access to, though, is this area. You know, we're able to see 61 Cygni, Cava Muscus, all of these areas, which are beneficial because we can obviously find out a lot through them. If we go to 61 Cygni, did we find anything useful there? Yeah, there were 2 nitrogen oxygen atmosphere worlds here, which is definitely something we want to be looking into getting. So we're going to go over there, I'm going to survey, and then we're going to decide if we need to. Logistically, we're also moving a lot of stuff around, I do believe. Like, fuel should be kind of going up with most of these places. We also have maintenance supplies increasing in a lot of these places, I would hope anyway. But we'll see. We trained up some infantry divisions over on the Rice, which is fantastic news. So we have 1st Army Corps, which is available right here. We have the SDO division, which isn't fully ready yet. We need 3 brigades, but we need we need 4 brigades total, but we don't have 4 brigades, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we'll have to get the talents to move them, but we can have infantry divisions ready. So first Army Corps will have first, and then we'll have 5th Infantry Division, and we'll send those into our Army Corps accordingly. So brigade headquarters, brigade, and then we're going to throw infantry battalions into them, so 4s into 4s. Infantry battalion, and these are the new infantry battalions as well. These are not the old ones, which is nice. And so we may be using these to supplement an invasion of an enemy specifically. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I forgetting something? Because I think we have combat engineers in these, didn't we? So we don't want as many of just normal infantry battalions. We want combat engineer battalions in these as well, since they will also be handling garrison duties. Now I don't want a railgun service orbit weapon in there. Let's put in the combat engineers. There we go. Combat engineer, and then we're going to put in some combat engineers into that one. So there we go. We have the 8th Infantry Division, and we're going to assign that to the 1st Army Corps. So that gives us pretty much a full Army Corps, which is going to be around 600,000 tons here. What's the size of an Infantry Division? An Infantry Division is 200,000 tons. It should be 150,000, I would think. Yeah, what is... You'd think it would be. Why is the 39th so much bigger? 10,000, 5,000, 5,000. No issues with that specific one. But yeah, that's 200,000 tons, and then we have these guys, which are 189,000 tons. So that gives us a total size of 631,000 tons. We also have the SDO, so it's probably going to be about 650,000 tons total. Which is going to take us a lot. Oh, we have infantry division and a light armored brigade in here. We shouldn't have either of those. So that gives us a total size 631. Let me make sure that everything is set up correctly. I have to move these down then. Cancel support. There we go. And that should give us a new. So 600,000 tons is going to be the total size. Probably a little bit more once we get the next surface to orbit weapon. But this works out pretty damn well for us. I don't really see any issues. So we can move the 600,000 tons to go and invade. My question is, what were the infantry units? We will move over some divisions. I will do that, but we're going to need brigade headquarters before we do that. Let me check the unit class design. I'm not too sure what was the Federalist Marine I designed for the Guardsman. Oh yeah, you don't have access to mountain warfare capability, so you may be a little bit expendable there, but what can you do? Let me go to Rise. We need to train up brigade headquarters specifically. Brigade headquarters, and we also want to be training up those, but I don't think we can train up those. Yeah, not sure that we can. Ground force training, we're training a ton more infantry. So my plan is to drop, 400 kilotons worth of infantry divisions onto the enemy, and then we're going to drop in 200 kilotons of Marines. And so we're going to drop a total of 600 kilotons worth of forces onto the rahkas, and we're going to hopefully secure the planet that way. I'm doubtful it will work, and it won't cause us to suffer significant casualties, but I am hopeful. I'm a little bit hopeful in doing it. Research and bombardment. We're getting active grav sensors. That's good news. And we're continuing to train up forces. The researchers have grav sensor strength 21. Okay, let's continue incrementing along. Yes, that was one thing that I was trying to sort out, and that was in regards to our transports. So we have total 13, right? So that gives us 390,000 tons total, which is quite a bit thinking about it, but I need more. So we need Yeah, we're going to do into shipyard fleet. I want 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives us 120,000 tons, which gives us around 510,000 tons total. We're going to need a lot more of these Natals, though, to move everything into where I want it to be. We did just finish up a bunch of infantry regiments and infantry battalions, so we can now begin to actually assign our infantry correctly. So Marine infantry battalions into these regiments. It gives us, what is that? 26 kilotons? No, it isn't. 2,000. Oh, the 17th and 18th are a bit dead inside, so we'll not be using those. We'll be using the fresh and capable battalions that are ready to fight. So 30th, 31st, 132nd. And then we have 37th Infantry. Move that across. Yeah, that looks good. So we want all of the 2022 or 2222 versions of them. Let's move the 41st, 42nd, 43rd, and 44th. And then we're going to put them into the 2nd Marine Division. There we go. That gives us 155,000 tons total. Why do they have different size units? Oh, it's because that's been screwed up, hasn't it? Fine. Can I put you under Expeditionary Brigade or something? No, I can't. Need a HQ, but I don't have a HQ available. Regiment, for now, you go into the regiment, and then I'll have to fix this up with actual Marine infantry battalions. It should be a total of 100 and... okay. Oh my god, it keeps doing that. I hate this. Why does it do this? It just auto-assigns this stuff, and it's really annoying when it does it. Okay, where is the extra infantry battalions, infantry regiments? 127th, 128th. I need the 52nd. Okay, there we go. So that should be a total of 30,000 tons, or 150,000 tons of units. So we're putting that in there. And if we have a look at the division, right, if we have a look here, 30,000 of it, 68,000 of it, or 1/3 is supply. So I may want to cut back on the amount of supply I'm actually divvying out to a lot of these things, but, you know, what can you really do at the end of the day here? Now we need 3rd Marine Division. We're going to assign that. Then we're going to assign these regiments. So 5th, 6th. We don't want that, and we don't want that. And then we want 7th. And then we need any more regiments. We need 1 more regiment. That's really all we're looking for here. Yes, we do have a regiment, which is available, which is fantastic. And then we can begin to assign all of these infantry battalions into the correct ones here. And that will give us 300,000 tons worth of Marines, which is a hell of a lot. And then we can pad that out with... we don't even need the extra ground forces from the army. We can pad this then out with extra forces in regards to... yeah, so that gets us 150,000 tons. We're then going to put them under that. So that gives us 2 Marine divisions, and then we need to grab all of the assault battalions, which we'll have to train up. But yeah, this is now what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete all of these ones because I don't want them. Delete formation. Yeah, make sure. Where the hell? Earth. Delete. And then I want to go back to Earth, and I want to delete this one as well. I wish I could, like, multiple select these, but apparently you can't, which is really, really annoying. Delete formation. Delete formation, because these are just taking maintenance at this point, and they're never going to actually be used until we get logistics anyway. Okay, so that gives us total force strength of 350,000 tons. That gives us, we can have another 5,000 tons worth of of another 5,000 tons worth or 50,000 tons worth of assault battalions. I would like 3 divisions to be fair, though. Looks like our main headquarters doesn't really fit correctly, but what can you do at the end of the day? We'll bring 2 of these marine divisions, and then I'll separate them accordingly with 5 assault battalions in each. How much will I need for that? Okay, we're getting assault battalion, but we're not getting enough assault battalions. That means we won't have much in the way of other stuff for support purposes. We have logistics battalions coming through here, so we may need to also drop in some extra support through infantry. In terms of actually providing our forces with some extra battalions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pad the division out here with extra marine, like 5 extra marine battalions into each division, just to pad them out and make sure we're using as much tonnage as we can get total. And then we can move all of the forces over immediately. So 3, and then I want 4. And I'm going to do the exact same over here with the Marines. So 1, we're looking for infantry battalions. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that works for us. I would like some combat engineers if we had them. Light armored. Yeah, we do have a combat engineer battalion here. And it is 10,000 tons. I'm actually going to attach this into the 2nd Marine. So that gives us, how much does this give us? That gives 175,000. And then that gives us what? Pretty decent amount. 340, 350,000. Total size of 390,000 forces, which is pretty damn good. A lot of that is just in logistics, though, to be fair. 187,000 tons worth of logistics just for that, with 17,000 Marines, 1,700 mortars, all of these different stuff. We also seem to have some we have the Feather Scars and mortar teams and AT teams, I think. What? Wait, why is there a... Oh my god, are you kidding me? We have an entire regiment full of dirty, normal infantry battalions, which is not going to be good because we don't want to be sending infantry into this if we don't have to. Okay, we need marine battalions. We don't have any right now, which is a problem. Yeah, we're going to need marine battalions, and we don't have marine battalions, so... a lot of those will be done somewhat shortly. I need to put an order in for another... First off, we're going to put an order in for assault battalions. Second off, we're going to put an order in for more infantry battalions. Specifically, infantry battalions that are going to be 4 each is what I want. I need 4 more battalions so that we can then move those forces over. And then I'll also bring some logistics along with us just to repair any losses where we can. Those will be done in hopefully short time indeed. FL Virginis. Who's in defense of FL Virginis? You guys should have plenty of supplies and stuff. Begin overhaul, refuel, resupply. FL Virginis. Yeah. We have a massive colony here, actually, which is quite funny to think about. We have plenty of tonnage that we can maintain. We just have no maintenance supplies that we're trying to. Okay, we're going to continue to build. We found some maintenance supplies there, which is nice. Construction factory. Abandoned infrastructure. Another Bavaria was built and assigned. That's fantastic news. Devonshire complete orders. So now I'm going to tell the FL Virginis fleet to begin refuel, resupply. Yeah, they're going to slowly overhaul, which will be good for them. And let's continue to increment. Maintenance production rate has increased. That's fantastic. Let us go for better maintenance production speed. We got 30 MSP there. But that should drastically increase the amount we make, 102,000 a year that we're able to make from that. And we are shipping out maintenance all over the Empire, really. So, Norfolk B class, complete research into 30-centimeter railgun, which is nice. Let us go. We can't go for that. It's a really expensive upgrade. Now let's go for better missile launcher reload rate because it's just sitting there pretty damn well. So that gives us access to railguns that are now 30 centimeters, which give 450 ton. Max range of 210,000 kilometers per second. The 35 centimeters will really upgrade this like hard. You got 30-second reload rate though. We may need to get our capacitor recharge up at some point. Adding a Tesium to impassive is good. So now impassive is now fully colonizable. It's a world that is looking very dapper and good, and we have no more problems with it. It's completely habitable. So we can now use this however we see fit, but that is another habitable world for us, which is good. So yeah, we're just going to continue incrementing until we get all the ground forces we need to be built and readied. Okay, yeah, we're continuing our construction of that. We're going to finish off the Bavarias, and then we're going to move them over towards impassive. Ground force construction complexes. We're building a bunch of logistics battalions at the moment. We need a lot more regiments and a lot more forces total to be able to handle all this. Abandoned mine. Bavaria 0043 was assigned. Okay, we found 5 main engineerings on Greenbridge even. Automate mines. Logistics battalions were signed up here, which is good. So that's a lot of logistics sorted out. We've got 4 battalions now on the way. They'll be done in this year or next year. So I'll be able to wait for that relatively easily. Now the question is what's the current situation over in... Let me have a look. Over in 61 Cygni, because 61 Cygni had very habitable planets, and we also had lots of minerals located, I think, here. So A1 has a lot, but what is A2? A2 dwarf planet, not much in there. Terrestrial. We have iridium, corundium, some titanium. Nothing special, too special. This world has quite a bit of other resources, but nothing special either. We have a lot of boronite here. This is a nice moon. It's a pretty big moon as well. We could actually mine quite a few resources off that. And it's also got a potential of 4, so it could even increase beyond. But we'll see. Logistics battalions trained. That's good. Complete research into jump drive efficiency, level 8. I'm actually going to get you to start heading towards tokamak fusion reactor, which will slowly lead to getting us better engines. It'll take us, a couple decades at fastest speed to even unlock those engines, so to speak. But I mean, there is not much you can do but just go in and try and research. Yeah, 200 points, salvage recovered. We got accelerated fusion reactor. Okay, that's good. We also scanned some of the tech data. Okay, logistics battalion was trained up. Bavaria constructed at Earth. That's a production complete of Bavarias now. So if I go over and grab one of these tugs, so I'm going to detach all of these Bavarias. So, bam. These guys can produce 26.8 million liters of fuel annually. What I'm now going to do then is I'm going to grab the tug, London B class, and I'm going to have you go over to Shipyard Fleet Tractor. Tractor any shipping fleet, head over to Tributus, release them into this, then head back to Sol, and head back to Sol, and then refuel, resupply, and then keep going over as you tractor back and forth. Hopefully that will not take too long, but who knows. Missile launcher reload rate number 5 is now completed, which is great news. Let us go for better missile efficiency for our magazines, because that's going to be important considering the amount of missiles that are required. And yeah, continue to increment along here. Complete research into infantry genetic, improved genetic enhancement. So now we're going to go for the best one, which will take 4 years to get. But if we have a look, so heavy powered infantry, right? And then we give them improved genetic enhancement. That increases their HP to 19.2. So we can almost double the HP of this with the next level. And then we can give, these like HCAP or whatever, and then they can just start mowing through things. But I don't really think HCAP is going to be the answer. If we think about this, right, logistically, right? 20 size, and we get a bunch of penetration, a bunch of damage. But if we go over to let's go over to normal weapons, right? We can have, I guess tonnage efficiency, that does actually make some sense. But I think the normal one is going to do a lot better because, one, it's a lot less costly, and two, we don't need the penetration on ships. We just need the damage. So we could do crude anti-personnel weapons. We could do crude anti-personnel weapons, which would give us 6 shots each, and that would help a lot more in just the amount of firepower that we'd be able to dish out onto a ship. Logistics battalion being trained. So we're continuing to now wait for the extra infantry battalions to be done, and then we're going to start moving them over towards the enemy, really. Because that is going to be the goal here, is to land and deal with the enemy. Rice just completed a bunch of infantry brigades. Yep, we just have a bunch of infantry brigades finished up. We have this army corps. We got this. You're good. We have the 8th infantry. Looking good. And now we need to do this army corps. Let me delete this formation. It's not needed anymore. Let's add in the infantry battalions. We're going heavy on infantry. I haven't done much tanks. We have some mechs, obviously, but those will require training up more so, which is going to take some time, of course. So it's 3 infantry battalions per brigade, and then a combat engineer, 10,000 ton one per brigade. And that should provide significantly fast, significantly fast ability in terms of assistance. So we're gonna go up here so that gives us 5 battalions now practically done. So let's add the combat engineers in. So that's another infantry division that we can complete. Speaking of, so 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of them, right? So yeah, 4. So that gives us 4, and then we'll do this infantry division, and then we'll add in another one of those. There we go. So that gives us quite a lot of forces. If we have a look over here, and we can move them into a battle posture or battle position. So 9th and 5th. So we may want to do that. The 8th, we can move the 8th as well. Oh, we have an SDO battery in here. You need to go over here, and you need to join that guy. Okay. But that would allow us to have quite a lot in the way of forces. Now, that'll give us 240,000, plus we have the Marines. That'll give us nearly 1,000,000 tons worth of forces. So that may actually be what we need to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have this army corps here. I'm going to move the 9th division out of here, and I'm going to move in the 8th division to the army corps. So that gives us total size of 479,000 tons. We're going to move both of these, so that'll give us, what, like 380? Yeah, looks like about 380 there. We're going to move both of those with our Natals, once I can get you back to Sol. Join fleet. Once we get them back to Sol, we're then going to use them to transport over the divisions to the system in preparation, and then we're going to move over the Marine forces as well afterwards. Okay. Insufficient military protection. We train another infantry battalion. How is the training coming, by the way? Yeah, it's coming good. That'll be done in October. When will the extra Natals be done? those won't be done for quite a while, so that is concerning, but there's not much I can do about that. More infantry regiments were trained up. And as a result of promotion, that's good news as well. Fasorium continues to dig up more and more stuff on the planet. The ruins have been fully surveyed. There's only 6 abandoned installations. That is unfortunate. Covered naval headquarters. That's interesting. Okay, so now that we have all the towels ready, let's make sure that we fueled and resupplied. We should be able to start moving out these divisions accordingly. So we have 5th Division, 8th Division, and we're going to move them to where we need to go. So we're going to load up. We're going to load up all little subunits. I'm going to load in 5th. And then I also want to load in the 8th Infantry. Take them over to Theta Phoenicius, and I'm going to make sure that we don't land them on top of the enemy. Theta Phoenicius A2, so we're going to move them to A1. Create a colony, and you are going to unload all ground forces there. Then you're going to head back to Seoul, and refuel and resupply, and then you'll move all the Marines over, and then we will commence an invasion as required. Terraforming installation, that's good. Infantry battalion trained on Earth. Corbamites, abandoned mine, a mass driver. Pollard Diaz complete overhaul. Pollard Diaz, let's send you over to 61 Segni, please. I would like to know what is located there at all costs. 61 Segni, let's go. Any particular resources that I'm missing out on from 61 Segni at all that hasn't been seen? No, not really. Looks like there wasn't actually that much actually here. There's some gas giants we can still survey, but those will just be nice habitable worlds that we can take over and then reinforce accordingly. Production striker ASM's completed. That's fantastic news. Yeah, so we have Marine Division ready. Then we also have these Marine Battalions that are ready. We need to move over yeah, we can just move these into here, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then I also need a new Marine force. Well, a Marine Infantry Battalion. Infantry Battalion. Get to the 5th. There we go. That gives us total of 160,000 tons, 320,000 tons. So that will give us nearly about 600,000, 700,000 tons with the other ground forces there as well. This Marine Division has 169,000. This is okay. That works out for me in regards to that. You also even have the extra located here. We could bring the logistics battalions as well if we needed to, but I think we'll be fine. So, we'll load those up then and we'll take them into the fray accordingly. Yeah, we'll take those into combat when we can. We're just waiting now for the Natals to get the hell over here to unload the ground forces. Ruins have been fully exploited on Iki Pegasi. Interesting. We're just waiting now for... What the hell are those Natal class vessels? Natal PA. You are 55 days away, apparently. Okay. Once they've landed the initial infantry, we'll then move over, grab the Marines, and then we'll perform orbital drops of both of them. And we will secure the planet, because once we've dealt with the rahkas, then we basically have no enemies that we have to worry about, really at all, I would say. There is nothing in the galaxy that can threaten us for now until we find something that can threaten us. Natal PA complete orders. Did I miss it? Cupicasi, data for Nasius. Rice, impassive. Luna. Yeah, we have all the forces now on the planet. Okay, I just kind of missed it. Okay, let's have the towers then begin to load up the Marines. Load all subunits. You're going to load up 2nd Marine Division, and then you're going to load up 3rd. Okay, and you're going to take them over to Theta Fornacius, and you are going to unload them onto the planet. I'm also going to move over the 3rd Carrier Strike Group to Theta Fornacius. And you're going to move to that planet as well there. Because at the end of the day, I want to be able to support them from orbit if it is actually required. I doubt it will be. But it's nice to have the fleet there and ready to provide action, as you may know. So let's move the fleet over towards Theta Fornacius A2, considering that is the hotspot, that's the area that has the enemy forces. And you may think I'm overcommitting a lot of forces here, and you're probably right, but I'm terrified of these things. Last time we fought them, we took insane levels of losses. It was not pretty at all. And I don't want to repeat that. So, yeah. We're going to land the infantry first, and then we're going to land the Marines afterwards. Increased has recovered to abandoned geological survey sensors. Okay, good. My Frobisher requires new orders. Let's send you over to 61 Cygni. There we go. And we're just now waiting for the Natals to get there. Which shouldn't take hopefully too long. Okay, Natals have completed orders, and they are located there. Let's begin the invasion of Theta Fornacius. So, Natal, PA00, let's begin to load up ground units. We're going to load all subunits, and I'm going to load up the infantry divisions first. So, 5th. And create colony, and we are going to unload, we're going to orbital drop all forces accordingly. So let us train them in increments. So this should take them quite a while to load up all these, load up all the forces, which is going to be the main downfall here, is that it does take quite a bit. Okay, we're going to beginning orbital drop. Orbital drop completed. Forces are now on the ground. Now you need to go up and load all of the Marines. 3rd Marine, and then orbital drop them. Let's make sure our ground force, our infantry divisions are going to have to hold the line for the best that they can. So let me set up the field position. So rear echelon for the Marine division, and then we're also going to put rear echelon for the other ones. We have combat engineers. We want to put those also on rear echelon, really. We don't want them to be fighting anyone. Rear echelon set for all that same population. Same for you. We want this on the rear echelon set for. Okay, the job for these infantry is just to hold the ground. We currently have 360,000 men on the field, ready to fight. So let's see how well they do. We are going to have to, of course, wait for loading up forces from Theta Fornacius. So that'll take us probably 4 rounds of combat before we have forces ready. Okay, here we go. So we estimate they have 620 battle wagons, 5,000 Raka warriors. Losses suffered. Only 19 infantry Federalist guardsmen actually died. Interesting. But we did not score any hits. I mean, goddamn, we shot 6,000 plus times. Oh, 13,000 attacks. And we only scored like 50 hits. I wonder, how did they not, were they able to penetrate us? Yeah, they were able to penetrate us. They just scored even less hits. Hopefully when the Marines get here, they should be able to change the tide of the battle to our favor. That's the hope anyway. Okay, another combat round gone. We are actually taking a lot less casualties than I expected us to be taking here. I'm surprised by this. Yeah, we're actually doing okay. The guardsmen are holding their ground, and they're holding it for the Marines. We're continuing to load up forces here. We can sustain this for as long as we need to now. 10 more guardsmen died. How many did we kill? We're actually getting some decent kills. At this level of trading, we could actually take the battle just with the infantry. But we do have the Marines now available to fight. So let's hopefully load the forces in. We took another round of combat. Some guardsmen died. We killed rahkas. They're still getting better trades than us, but we are actually doing quite well. Okay, we're coming to orbital drop now. Okay, orbital drop should have completed. There we go. Fantastic news. Marine divisions are now on the planet, which means we should... Yeah, there we go. Now we're cutting through them. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are cutting through our opponents here. Let me make sure that I've actually set all the field positions up correctly, otherwise we'll take some serious losses. Rear echelon, field position, rear echelon, set all formation types. And then I want to do rear echelon, set up formation again. But yeah, that's actually really, really good. So, we destroyed hostile ground units and we're actually trading out decently well, as you can see here. 70 Raka warriors and we lost 9 Federalist guardsmen. Our Marines are also taking a lot less losses. I'm feeling very, very confident about this one, ladies and gentlemen. So let's continue to increment along. Okay, another round of combat went through. We've identified them as infantry. We've identified the hit point value of those. We killed 54 Raka warriors, 6 battle wagons. We can really see the difference, right? These are the normal infantry battalions, and these are the Marines with better weapons, and also they have the mountain training and also temperature training. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the temperature is perfectly fine for us. Actually, no, it's not. So we do get a bonus from the temperature, which is beautiful. So let's continue the battle. So we took 9 Marines lost, and we killed 43 Raka warriors. Okay, we're just going to go on 1 hour increment, auto increments, and we're going to just continue to fight here. So far, everything is looking really, really good for us. We've landed an obscene amount of forces onto the planet, so I would hope so. Yeah, we're trading about 3 to 1 right now in total losses and total casualties. If we have a look over on estimated forces, right? Planetary Defense HQs, we estimate 423 battle wagons. So a lot of battle wagons, which is kind of the biggest problem, but the normal infantry is not that big of a threat to us. So if you look at the FMC, they're scoring a lot more hits here, which is really, really helping. We're not taking a lot of... They have high HP, though, which is kind of a problem. We got the AA tanks and all this stuff. Right, and it's going pretty well. Now, I want to check out how is damage going for the Marines. Looks like we're not taking any damage on the Marines, really. I would think we are somewhere, at least. No, not that I can tell. Alright, well, let's just go in the 8 hour increments. We're destroying more of their forces now. We're taking very minimal losses, to be honest. Let me make sure. Do we have all the supplies set up correctly? Yeah, these guys are supplied. We're also building into the fortification level, which is great news. Attack report, 2 hits. Continuing to fire. It's great news. We're losing a lot less forces, and then we're continuing to rack up kills onto them. Yeah, we just need the overwhelming superiority to take this planet. I mean, we have a total of how many forces? 668,000 tons of ground forces on this world. We have 4 divisions, or an entire army corps, basically, on the planet. And we are inflicting heavy casualties on our opponents, and we're only losing Federalist Guardsmen, which are expendable units at the end of the day. The Raka number is slowly getting down. Slowly. And we're continuing to keep up the pace of kills. This is just going to take a long time to go through. So I'm just going to keep incrementing through here because there's not much more than just kind of waiting as we try and deplete their forces accordingly. We're really starting to do a lot of damage now. We are really racking up the kills. Once we hit into the breakthrough point, we'll be able to just roll them over. In fact, you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to set all of the Marines to frontline attack positions. Field position, frontline attack, set all formations as same. Go, 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 go. Yeah, we're achieving breakthroughs now, which is fantastic news. What are losses like? Losses are not that bad. If we have a look at the Marines, actually, they're not being able to penetrate through a lot of them, which is really, really useful. You need to rack up these kills, though. Yeah, here we go. 60 more Rackers dead. What do we estimate? They've got 2,000 more Racker warriors left, apparently. We're continuing to kill quite a lot of them. We kill 1,000 tons of ground forces there. We need to get the breakthroughs in, though, and we need to kill... Yeah, there we go. Another breakthrough happened, which is fantastic. And now we're really starting to achieve breakthroughs. Once we get into those, we'll be able to start racking up the kills. 75 more Racker warriors down. And we're just scorching the earth of the planet at this point. Combat battle wagons, continuing hits. 1,000 tons. And yeah, here we go. Achieving more breakthroughs. And achieving even more breakthroughs here. And we're something like four Marines, and we're killing all of these guys. A lot of losses to the enemy here. A lot of losses indeed. We should be achieving more breakthroughs here. Yeah, there we go. Now that's the breakthroughs we really want. And we're racking the kills up now. Yeah, we should be breaking through and just murdering them and destroying what's left. Battle wagons, AA tanks, achieve more breakthroughs, and we're hitting 61 more dead Rackers. And it looks like the capabilities really, really mattered here. Massive breakthroughs there. Over 100 dead Rackers in a single combat round. We're trading like 1 to 100. This is just a sweep up now. We're just mopping up the enemy forces here, which is just fantastic. Yeah, we just decimated even more of them. How many of them are left? 800 tons worth of enemies are left here, apparently. Continuing to achieve breakthrough. We're achieving more breakthrough. And yeah, I think we just killed 200. No, 93 more. And we should now have the planet secure. We've defeated the enemy forces on Theta Fornacius. Our forces don't find any installations or useful. We have done it. We have beaten the Rackers after some brutal combat, some brutal fighting. We defeated the Rackers, and we lost maybe 10,000 tons worth of forces at most. An incredibly successful campaign, avenging our fallen brothers, and now we have secured the system of Theta Fornacius for ourselves. This is fantastic. I'm going to now put it to the Federal Republic of Earth. And there we go. There are no more aliens in our galaxy. There are no more aliens. We have secured the galaxy so far, and we are reigning supreme above it. Maybe not the border gore crimes, but, what can you do? As we continue to expand out, we take systems like 71 Eridani, Altair, Zeta Sextanus, Wolf 3529, HN Libre, 61 Cygni, and we continue to expand our influence further and further across as the Federalist Republic is in an amazing position. Great chops up to these Marines, to these divisions, for their great sacrifice and work here. They went in and they slaughtered the Racker forces. It turns out that a retrained military with proper equipment, proper capabilities, has really, for sure, shown that we are capable of destroying our opponents handily. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Quite a bit of a short one today. I do apologize, but I think that's a great place to end it off. I'll see you guys next time. Please don't like, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye. And special thanks to members Ultrigo 1101, King Strozer, Louis Neto, Impassive 9001, Gravmania, and Petite Renato. Thanks for your support. We're able to keep channel going.